Hello?
Lord Buddha once said, if you light a lamp for someone else, it will brighten your path as well. Light symbolizes knowledge, purity, and is a dispeller of darkness. So let's begin this event and the launch by the lighting of the diya. I would now request all the dignitaries and our chief guest, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Chandrababu Garu, Honorable IT Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Nara Lokesh Garu, and the guest of honor, Sri J. Satyanarayana Garu, the chairman of UIDAI, Mr. Kalyan Mupineni, the founder and CEO of Pi Data Centers, and all the esteemed dignitaries to please come forward for the lighting of the diya. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Before we begin, I would like to throw a little bit of light on the journey of the Pi and the success. The success and achievement of Pi has a lot of hard work, determination, passion, and right leadership to get to this point. It all started, the significant journey of Pi started with a Gartner's case study on software-defined network at Pi in April 2016. In May 2016, Pi was awarded the ISO and HIPAA certifications. November 2016, a SUSE case study on OpenStack platform adaptation was done at Pi. In March 2017, at Pi, the unveiling of Harbor One Enterprise Class Cloud platform was done. April 2017, Pi was awarded as the best upcoming cloud service provider in Asia at the Data Cloud Awards 2017 Singapore. A remarkable achievement indeed. 2017, Pi took another achievement when it was awarded PCI DSS v3.2 compliance and SOC2, a Type 2 certification. May 2017, Pi achieved the significant milestone by attaining the Uptime Institute Tier 4 certification. Pi has been listed in the Gartner Market Guide as the top data center service provider in India in July 2017. Give a huge round of applause to the executives of the Pi and the management for this marvelous success. Now, the man behind all this success and who has been a foundation for the Pi data centers, Mr. Kalyan Mupineni, who is the founder and CEO of Pi Data Centers. a technology leader with extensive experience in multiple disciplines of IT, backed with strong business domain knowledge and global organizational leadership. 19 years of total industry experience in IT and 15 plus years with Intel Corporation. As an IT leader at Intel, Mr. Kalyan and his organization are responsible for architecting, designing, developing and implementing design strategies, processes and systems that help run a highly complex Intel worldwide factory network. As a chief architect and IT leader at Intel, implemented several solutions and systems for complex business problems that has a combined ROI of over $200 million. He's also been honored as an Intel Supply Chain Master, a prestigious and rare title given for implementing and innovative planning strategies for Intel. Please give a huge round of applause for Mr. Kalyan Mupineni, the founder and CEO of Pi Data Centers, who will be giving a welcoming address to all of you.
Honorable Chief Minister Chandrababu inaugurates, Honorable IT Minister Nara Lokesh Garu, IT Advisor to CM and Aadhaar Chairman J. Satyanarayan Garu, other ministers and dignitaries on the dais, and all the delegates and dignitaries that have arrived here from different parts of the world and different cities. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you. Today in our journey is a milestone. It's a very important day, especially for my team and myself, who has been traveling with me for the last 2 years, ever since this facility has started. As you might have seen in the last, as you might have seen in news or through various articles, the kind of milestones and the kinds of achievements that we were able to accomplish in a very short time is simply phenomenal. It's not me talking about our own company, but it's all attributed to the hard work of my team. And every single person of Pi has contributed tremendously over the last year and a half especially, and even as an example I can take, this morning until the entire last 2 nights, nobody has slept. I'm talking from a fresh college graduate all the way till to me, my entire staff has worked to make this happen. I would like to do a small recognition to my team. Today, world has become very, very small, very minuscule, very minute. The reason I say that is, it's because of technology. It's because of data. No matter where you are, whether you are in Silicon Valley, whether you are in Amravati, whether you are in Bangalore, whether you are in Tokyo or Sydney, the data is available on fingertips, decision making is on fingertips. The way we live, the way we travel, the way we eat, the way we interact with other people, the way we buy, the way we order food, everything, just let us travel back 10 years. Right, or even 20 years. Everybody, I think, is at least 20 years old in this room. So if you travel back 20 years, what has happened? If you just think through this journey of 20 years, how our lives have transformed. And the most important, fundamental to this is the data that has been integrated across different enterprises or across different systems, different applications, cross governments, government to public enterprises, public to private enterprises, e-commerce, logistics, BFSI, banking. The way we bank has completely changed. I don't even remember when I visited the bank last time. And this is a very important aspect for us to think about, because it is even going to get even, in a way, if you think about it, what if something happens, right? If you are an enterprise, you are running business. Let's say you are a logistics company. You are transporting material from location A to B, from Delhi to Chennai or Kolkata to Mumbai. The number of scan points, when I say scan points, the number of points your material gets transported through is probably at least half a dozen, just to be on the conservative side. And where is all of this data storing? And in fingertips, you can go to your logistics provider's website. You put in your number. You exactly know. You can pinpoint where your package is. This is just one example, right? You can apply this example to e-commerce. Healthcare has become a phenomenon, especially in this part of the world. The advancements have transformed in such a way that everything is now computerized. I mean, even smallest of the smallest hospitals are driven by technology, and at the back end, pretty much everything it's driven by data, right? When a patient goes, even after 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, everything is there, and that's the power of data. And without that, a patient cannot be treated properly, because unless he is diagnosed properly, you don't even know. So it touches every person, every walk of life, everywhere in the world. So it's very important. The reason I'm saying all of this is because you might think that, okay, I'm from data center, but why am I talking all of this? Because we touch every walk of life in every single way. It's very powerful. And at the heart of this, what is it? Your data is stored somewhere. When you go online and you make a purchase, you're buying a pair of sneakers, right? You make a payment, you select the product, you ship it, you receive it, and you wear it. So in this process, entire process of supply chain, so many companies are involved. Your bank is involved because you're making a payment. Your logistics company is involved because you're making the delivery. The e-commerce company is involved because they are selling you the product. And if you don't like it, you send it back. So the entire chain is completely linked end to end, and it generates a tremendous amount of data. So that is where we come in. For the enterprises where data is like an incubator in a baby, you have to take care of it. Know what the repercussions are. According to Gartner, any company that loses data will run out of business in about 3 to 5 years. That is a statistic. So it's very, very important. So in that aspect, that's where Pi Data Centers comes in. We take care of your data. We do your hosting. We manage it for you. All you have to do is focus on your business, run your business, and increase your business serving your customers, and leave the rest to the experts, and that's what Pi is. So this is what I want to say in general about the company. Now shifting gears a little bit, there are some inspiring personalities on the stage here, and they are very close to my heart, and I've followed them throughout my life. And to begin with, it's none other than our Honorable Chief Minister. He is very, very inspiring in many ways, right? There is one small flashback that I want to say. Sir, I've been on a small tour with you in Bangalore about 2 years ago when you inaugurated Nutanix. I was lucky enough to be part of that, team, that was along with you. When he was speaking at Nutanix, or there were 4 other companies that he visited, he's so passionate. He's so passionate about his state. He's talking about technology, how technology will play a role in transforming his new state. Even today, the last 1 hour since he arrived here, every single minute, he talks about technology. He talks about how technology can transform his state, how it can make his people better, the lives of the people better. That is all exactly what he has been talking about the last 1 hour and nothing else. And during the tour, if I go back, right, I have seen people there. I mean, wherever he went, there were people in the IT field experienced about 20 years, 30 years, and the kind of questions that he was asking: I need IoT. I need my smart cities to be tracked like this. Every single light, I want to know which one went off, which one is on, which one is running more than. So the kind of questions, it was awe moment for me when I saw, and it was an awe moment for everybody in the room and all the other companies. And the other interesting thing is, when he came out, one of the things which actually, it was a total shocker for me is, I haven't seen such a reception for other than a movie star, because in IT, most of the population is anywhere between 22 and 30 today in, Bangalore and in Hyderabad. That kind of fan following, sir, you have, because people in this generation truly believe that you are and you can transform the way the people live. And that's what we are seeing in the state today, and that's what we're seeing in Andhra Pradesh. Just not more than 2 years ago, we have known that a new ecosystem started creating. He came here and took up the challenge to develop the state and make it the best state, the most happiest state. And it means technology plays a major role in that because it connects, it provides information, it enables decision making. So, sir, you are a true inspiration to this generation and to me, and I'm very happy to say that. Thank you so much. I want to say a few words about our IT minister, young and dynamic. The first time we met him, I showed this is what we are going to do. He didn't take a moment to think about this is fantastic idea, this is exactly what we need to do, this is what the state needs. You please go ahead and do it. Whatever you need, you let us know. We will make it happen. Don't turn back and look around. Anything you need, you're doing a great thing. It's a great vision. Please go ahead and make it happen. The same kind of support, the same kind of enthusiasm still today. Thank you very much, sir. The other gentleman is kind of like a mentor to me and my organization. None other than J. Sachinarayan Garu, and fondly called as JSAT. When we visited him for the first time, I made a PowerPoint presentation I showed. I was thinking, right, I mean, when I meet a government bureaucrat, I was very new to this process. I mean, how will this be? It kind of hit the bullseye, and he actually immediately opened his laptop and showed me his e-Pragati architecture. This is what we are doing. This is CM's vision. This is what I'm building. This is where the data layer is. This is where the data center is. This is where it fits in. And it's a wonderful moment, sir. And from that day till today, he visited half a dozen times to this site and spent at least an hour each visit talking to my team, making suggestions, what we can do to improve during the construction process. So he actually treated as if it is his own baby. So thank you very much, sir, for that. And there are many other people. I mean, BV here, good friend of ours, very good well-wisher. He was here when we did the groundbreaking. And you can see when he came in, he actually said it was like a wow kind of a thing, and see how we transformed the entire thing. Because there was nothing here. I mean, I can, take a moment and say that we can take some bit of a pride in creating this ecosystem here. And BV, I'm sure you'll agree with that. When we came, this was empty, and sir, I said during that, when I spoke in that event, I said couple of things. Exactly 2 years from now, whoever are saying that, this is not the place, this is whatever it is, I exactly told, give it 2 years and see what will happen here, and this is what happened. You just please stand up on the building and look around how the ecosystem is being created, and what happened in Hyderabad and Bangalore and Silicon Valleys is going to repeat here. In the next 5 to 10 years, this place is going to transform. And we will be a big part of that in any way and every single way to make that happen, sir. Last but not the least, I would like to thank again all the dignitaries from different organizations. We have many multinational companies here, people from banks, delegates from banks, investors, manufacturing companies, fintech, healthcare, almost any industry vertical we can think about we have in the room today. From the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank each one of you for taking the time during a business day and coming here and flying and wishing us all the best and taking a look at our facility. After the event, I would request each one of you to, if you have not registered, please register yourself and take a look at the facility. We would like your feedback. If there are any changes, we are going to incorporate them in our upcoming phases. But one thing I can tell you before I conclude, there is Google in San Francisco Bay Area, there is Amazon in Seattle, Washington, there is Pi in Amaravati, India.
Thank you so much for that inspiring note, sir. In today's generation, when all the industries are getting digitized, it is very much crucial and imperative that all of this goes into a secured data line, and I'm sure Pi has that to offer to all of us. Moving ahead, I would now like to introduce all of you to our honorable guest of honor, Sri J. Satyanarayana Garu, the chairperson of Unique Identification Authority of India, also known as the Aadhaar Department. He is former Secretary to Government of India, Department of Electronics and Information Technology, and the current chairperson of the UIDAI. He is a retired IAS officer of batch 1977 belonging to Andhra Pradesh cadre. During his various assignments in Andhra Pradesh, he has been served as a Principal Secretary of Health, Medical and Family Welfare Department, Principal Secretary IT and Communications, and CEO of National Institute for Smart Government. A visionary, he was responsible for conceptualization and development of large e-government projects for the ministries of central and state governments in India. Example, the MCA 21 for Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the e-bills for Ministry of Industries, the Passport Seva project for the Ministry of External Affairs, Bangalore One and e-procurement for the Government of Karnataka, Goa Broadband Network for the Government of Goa. He has been instrumental in training the political leaders and policy makers on the concepts and of e-governance. Ladies and gentlemen, give a huge round of applause to our guest of honor, Sri J. Satyanarayana Garu, as he is about to address you all.
Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Chandrababu Garu, Honorable Minister for IT, Sri Lokesh Garu, Kalyan Garu, BV, and Honorable Pullarao Garu and other dignitaries present here. Kalyan just said, we have Google in California, we have Amazon in Seattle, and we have Pi data center in Amaravati. What I am going to say, we have high-tech city in Hyderabad, we have Pi-tech city in Amaravati. So this is going to make a huge difference for the state of Andhra Pradesh, I am sure, and I am really one of the most happiest days in my life is today. I was eagerly awaiting for this day. Actually, going back a little bit in time, when it was August 2014, when Kalyan and Sudhir and Raju met me in Hyderabad, just 2 months after the new government was formed and the state was formed. Then they mentioned this idea of starting a data center. Really, immediately it struck that there are two good things that are going to happen, two circumstances. One is the entire state of Andhra Pradesh from Anantapur to Srikakulam, 13 districts, there is no data center worth the name till now. At that time also, it is a very, very acute need for the newly formed state. In Hyderabad we were more comfortable, we had everything. But having been separated, that was the time. We don't have a data center unless that is there. You can't just develop IT. This is a very pivotal step that is required. Point number one. Then the second is, looking at all three of them, the kind of strong intent, strong urge and appetite, hunger for doing something for the state, I could see in their faces. So immediately I said, this is the thing to do, this is going to happen, this is going to succeed. So we went at God's speed, and Honorable Chief Minister's blessings and approvals at various levels. So this is how the whole thing started, and I got so deeply associated with this project that I am really very, very happy to be here on the day when the Honorable Chief Minister has inaugurated this facility. And there were a number of challenges. It's not like any other IT project. It has to do with a data center is a special kind of project. Right from land to power to water to bandwidth. All these things had to be secured in the right time. And there were several hurdles in the way. I mean, small things, but which could hold up the project potentially for longer time. So at each time, we again met together, and then thanks to the great support we had from the Honorable Chief Minister, and also people like Ajay Jain, Adityanath Das for irrigation, and Vijayanand for power. So all this became very easy for us, and that's how we are seeing this beautiful facility, which we are proud of in the whole of Andhra Pradesh and whole of India, I would say, should be proud of. I'm also happy that out of this facility, the government of Andhra Pradesh, because today we don't have the state data center of our own. 100 rack space has been reserved for the government of Andhra Pradesh by the mutual arrangement, and we need to shift all those servers from Hyderabad here and also keep for provision for the next 3 to 5 years. That's how. And the e-Pragati project, which is really now picking up great speed, will need a lot of computing space and a lot of storage space. So all that is going to be hosted out of here. So this is really a very good win-win situation for both Pi Data Center and the government of Andhra Pradesh. And the happiest thing is we can boast of hosting the entire government applications, everything in a Tier 4 standard, globally best standard, so that our information, our data is safe and secure and handled in the most efficient way. Now, as we see, look at the IT environment which is changing by the day. The needs for data center, compute, storage and network is tremendously increasing day by day with the growth of lot of visual representations, visualizations, video content on the mobile as well as data analytics and the being hosted in the cloud. So this is ideal situation for a facility like this to come up. And I may tell you one interesting statistics, sir. This very simple thing we issue from Aadhaar, the kind of volumes of data that we are talking about is mind-boggling, sir. We say that Aadhaar is being issued to this country, it has been a successful program. What does it take to give one Aadhaar? One Aadhaar means 10 fingerprints, 2 iris plus demographic data for another 12 fields. These 10 plus 2 biometric attributes, each has 20 attributes, each finger. Multiplied by, it has to be matched with the 10 plus 2 into 20 of 115 crore people before one Aadhaar can be issued. It goes to 1.3 trillion calculations, sir, 1.3 trillion calculations before one Aadhaar can be issued. That is the complexity of data that we are talking. 1.3 trillion calculations are done before Aadhaar is issued to me or you or anybody. That we are doing efficiently in the data centers in Aadhaar in this country, and that is this is only a tip of the iceberg. Today, financial transactions, the digital economy, we are moving towards that. E-commerce is going to increase, as mentioned by Kalyan, leaps and bounds, and data analytics guzzles data and storage like anything. So it is good time that we have, and the right time that we have this very beautiful facility here. I must compliment Kalyan and the entire team who worked day and night, and such terrific tensions and problems they went through, I know, and they have successfully overcome, and then we are seeing the result of all that today here. So I hope that they will have the clients of the highest quality and size hosting their applications and data here from all over the world, and then it will grow from strength to strength, and pretty soon complete the aim of reaching 5,000 rack space, creating 5,000 rack space in the second phase, which is not, I think, it will go so very fast and grow so very fast that it will not be too far in the future. Ramp up very fast. I give all my best wishes for the tremendous growth of Pi Data Center, and pretty sure that this area should be known as Pi Tech City. Thank you.
Thank you for that enlightening speech, sir. I would now like to request our guest of honor, Shri B.V. Jagdish Garu, to please come up forward and address the gathering. Please, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon. First of all, my heartiest congratulations to Kalyan and the entire Pi data center team for the wonderful, wonderful effort that they have put in. I was here just about 2 years ago at the time when the groundbreaking ceremony happened, and it's not a joke to build a data center like this, of this magnitude, within a span of 2 years. And kudos to the Pi data center team, and more so to the venture capitalists who have taken the risk of investing, because entrepreneurship is all about someone having an idea and someone who is willing to take the risk by funding a company like this. So I want to give big kudos both to the exec team of Pi and the venture capitalist Sudhir and the rest of the guys as well. To me, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here, because Kalyan actually talked about the evolution of this whole data centers and this market over the last 21 years. Incidentally, when I founded my first company, Exodus Communications, back in 1996 is when we built the first data center in Silicon Valley. And if you can take a guess, the size of the first data center was about 2,000 square foot, as against something like 300,000 square foot of data center that's going to be built here. 2,000 square foot data center, and we were not sure we would be able to sell and bring customers to fill this 2,000 square foot data center and return our capital back to the investors who were betting on us. We were not sure at that time. And the US GDP was approximately about $10 trillion at that time. And we grew significantly over the next several years. And we took the company public in 1998, and we had about 5 data centers at that time, and probably close to about 100,000 square foot of data center. And by the year 2000, the company was valued approximately $30 billion market cap after we went public in 1998, and we had over 1 million square foot of data center, and the US economy was close to 13 to 14 trillion dollars at that time. Now, if I can map what is going on here, and I'll also tell you some of the trends that will actually make this happen. You look at Indian economy, which is about $2.5 trillion and expected to grow at the rate of 7.5 to 8-9% year over year, and Andhra itself is growing in double digits year over year, which is pretty remarkable. And the need for data centers, and I call data centers more like, you know, what you call as prana. It's like the breathing, right? So if the breathing stops, the human body stops. And if a data center stops working, everything just comes to standstill. And I've gone through this. I've gone through this as we built these data centers. In fact, we were named, Bill Clinton, when he was the President of the United States, he actually named Exodus as a national asset because of the kind of customers and the kind of data that we were carrying. Exodus was named as a national asset. So I wouldn't be surprised, as Satyanarayan Garu said, this becomes the Pi-Tech city, becomes the crux of the entire next level of the development that's going to happen in this area. And Pi Data Center is that prana that is going to hold and make the whole thing happen. So there is a lot of major drivers that is essentially make this data center so successful. If I can take 2 minutes, the 3 main drivers is, as you all know, the smartphone penetration is increasing every day. So we are about 200 to 250 million smartphones, and we will be easily like a billion or so. That means we have completely skipped one generation of having desktop computers. Now this phone that we all carry in our pocket is more powerful than many of the mainframe systems that existed 25 years back. That's the kind of power that is sitting in our pocket. So which means, as Chief Minister kept on insisting that he wants to run these applications so that not only he can see, but people can actually see, whether it's agriculture, whether it is healthcare, whether it is education, right? You should be able to have dynamically, real time of what is going on in the state. And Andhra, I have to say, I've already seen a lot of this data. You can pretty much tell which lake has how much water. You can go to a website and you can look at live on a daily basis all of this data that's available. Now, the second driver is this whole big data. I'm sure most of you have heard of it. So, while doing this, a lot of data gets created. And this data needs to be analyzed and needs to be reported. That's what this whole big data is, especially with the Internet of Things. Tremendous amount of data is being generated. So you get to see, you know, which light is on, which light is not on, so that you can take appropriate steps. The third emerging technology is the artificial intelligence, or this whole machine learning. Artificial intelligence does not really mean only autonomous cars. Artificial intelligence is about taking decisions and alerting people. So, as an example, if these street lights, right, if I can gather data around the world, if this particular manufacturer, life of these bulbs is so much, and if I'm getting close to exceeding that, I can alert so that I can avoid the downtime. Or industrial equipments, you can watch very carefully and alert ahead of time. Think of if I have to fly on a plane, and I'm sure a lot of us have experienced this. I go sit on a plane and then there is some mechanical problem. Because of the mechanical problem, the plane won't fly for the next 2 hours. Can that be avoided? Of course it can be avoided, because there's a lot of these sensors which is collecting this data. Now you apply this artificial intelligence or machine learning to detect problems ahead of time. So I believe these are the three main drivers which is going to drive more and more content into these data centers. And the timing could not have been perfect. Kalyan and team have done an absolutely incredible job, and there is a fantastic support from the government, and I'm more excited to actually come back 2 years from now to see the kind of ecosystem that is going to be built and the number of jobs that this data center is going to actually help create, not just in the data center, but in and around. And I'm very, very excited, and I'm really honored to be part of this, and wish you good luck, Kalyan and the team, for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you for those wise words, sir. I do agree, while Internet of Things and the digital media is playing a vital role, our government is also taking steps in digitizing, and our Honorable Chief Minister has also recently launched a 4th line app for the security and safety of the people. So I'm sure the state is going to go to a very highest point in digitization. So moving ahead, I would now like to speak about our Honorable IT Minister, who is the Government of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Nara Lokesh Garu. We always say that a young leader has abundant energy with new ideas and fresh perspectives. They become the benchmark and the ideal for the youths to follow. Their leadership has so much of fire and passion and dedication that it can make a revolution not only within the country or the state, but it can bring a change globally too. and AP is proud to have one such young leader to direct and lead by his extraordinary leadership. He has helped the TDP develop the cash transfer scheme for their manifesto in 2009 elections, designing the Trust Healthcare program to provide the poor with better access to medical attention, delivering the need-based health care services at the doorstep, and expand the outreach both in rural and urban areas. Please give a huge round of applause for our Honorable IT Minister, Shri Nara Lokesh Garu, to address the gathering.
Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Nara Chandrababu Garu, Honorable Ministers Pullarao Garu, Nakka Anandababu Garu, dignitaries on the dais, and ladies and gentlemen, it's very exciting times. We are in midst of serial entrepreneurs. One of them is B.V. Jagdish, who doesn't require any introduction here. He's been a very successful serial entrepreneur. The other person is none other than our Chief Minister, Sri Nara Chandrababu Garu. We have among us Sridhar from Zoho. He's one of the founders and CEO. And he was telling me, Nara Chandrababu Garu is a serial entrepreneur. And he had a very nice way of saying that. He said he is the man who created and built Cyberabad. So his first venture was very successful. And now he's on to his second venture called Amravati. And that is where we are all today at. If you once look where we are sitting, we are midst of farmland. I never imagined that a tier 4 data center would actually come to Amravati. When I saw the pictures, Kalyan's energy is very infectious. It's very difficult to contain. He showed me the plans. He showed me his vision when I met him almost, I think now 2 years. And it's amazing. And I always thought, okay, here's a man who's probably just showing designs of a building, but will it actually turn out to be a reality? And it's very inspirational to actually be at Pi Data Center. What would normally take close to about 3 years to build has been built in 15 months. And this credit goes to him and his team. A round of applause to all of you and all your hard work. I know it's not easy because we are a startup state. We were a capital-less state. Being a startup state, everything is in a startup mode. Finding AC technicians to finding video wall technicians is very, very difficult. Even creating basic infrastructure is very tough. And the soil here is very fertile for agriculture, but very difficult to build buildings. But it's amazing, in very short time, Pi Data Center has really achieved this. I would like to say a few things about them. A lot of people ask me, data centers don't create many jobs. And that's a myth. Because today the way data is working and speed at which computing is going on, it's not just about the big data or data centers, it's about the analytics and artificial intelligence that we build on it. And as a state, we are looking at creating world-class policies. With the help of B.V. Jagdish and other members on the dais, we're coming up with a cloud hub policy which not only enables creating many more data centers, but creating the ecosystem around it. Ecosystem in terms of analytics, ecosystem in terms of artificial intelligence, ecosystem even in terms of driverless cars technology. And this is something, as a state, we're quite excited. Wherever I travel in the world, oil industry is becoming more and more irrelevant. New age technology in terms of energy production has now come in. But the new oil mine, if I may, is all about data. It's all about data and data analytics. And we're very proud, we're one of the very first states, not only in India but in Southeast Asia, to host a tier 4 data center. I must thank the other dignitaries on the dais, especially the officials from various government departments. It's not very easy to give 24/7 reliable power at this scale in one location, to give water, to give all the required infrastructure, especially bandwidth. the most important thing for a data center is bandwidth. And we are lucky to be at the junction of all the national highways. And I was pleasantly surprised that all the large service providers today have created a system where they can give up to 10 Gbps bandwidth in a single location. As part of our cloud hub policy, I'm very confident that the Mangalagiri IT Park, we are yet to give a name, and soon we'll give a name to this IT Park, but as we call it, the Mangalagiri IT Park will turn out to be a true data center hub, and not just data center but the cloud hub with having artificial intelligence on it. And I'm very confident under the leadership of our Chief Minister Sri Chandrababu Garu, the Mangalagiri IT Park alone in the next 5 years would create close to 20,000 jobs. And I've been very fortunate to open FiCare, a company which does medical transcriptions here. They've started up with 500 jobs, and by this year end they've committed personally to me that they'll ramp it up to 1,000 jobs. So it's very important to attract these small enterprises, the medium enterprises and the large enterprises. And I think Amravati is very fortunate to be a magnet in the new India to attract across space. In the next 4 weeks, we're looking at launching a lot of training centers. I know people who have come here from Hyderabad know the importance of Ameerpet in the ecosystem of Cyberabad. We are creating a mini Ameerpet here, and we are launching all the training centers so that the private sector also can create the required talent pool with the help of the Skill Development Corporation. So that's something that's really coming up here in the next 4 weeks. Visakhapatnam is taking up great shape. There's a lot of interest there. I'm heading down there on the first week of August to launch many IT companies. And thanks to our Chief Minister, we have come up with a very attractive IT policy to also promote infrastructure space. We call it our DTP policy. We are now aggressively going out there, attracting investments in creating infrastructure. Because when I met the industry, they kept telling me that we don't have space. And then the real estate developer says we don't have IT companies. It's a chicken and egg problem, classic case. We as a government have come up with a DTP policy to promote development, and I'm pretty sure that we will create the space that is required. Because our Chief Minister has given us only one target, to create 1 lakh IT jobs in the next 2 years. And 1 lakh IT jobs into about roughly 100 square feet per person translates to 10 million square feet. So it's a massive infrastructure that we need to create, and we as a state are quite keen, and we will build that infrastructure. I would like to also say a few words about electronics, because I'm also the electronics minister. We have launched Foxconn in Andhra Pradesh, thanks to the blessings of our Chief Minister. Cellcon was launched exactly a month ago. Carbon, one of the larger brands, is also starting their operations in November. We've committed to our Chief Minister that every month from now till 2019 election, we will either lay a foundation stone or open one electronic manufacturing company in the state of Andhra Pradesh. I'm really proud to announce that close to 25,000 jobs have already been created, and we are well underway of creating close to 200,000 jobs in the next 2 years. Taking a little bit of segue, because I'm also the Panchayat Raj and Rural Development Minister, IT is not all about creating world-class high-tech infrastructure. IT is all, in today's context, is about making people's life easy. As simple as getting a birth certificate to death certificate, to actually giving predictive analysis in terms of cropping pattern, giving farmers the power and enabling them to decide what is the right pesticide, fertilizer required for the crop. Using technology to giving basic services like street lighting, drinking water, sanitation, and even giving government schemes. I'm really proud to announce that Andhra Pradesh minus Manrega, which is the National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, contributes to 60% of transactions on Aadhaar. So if 10 transactions happen daily, 6 of them actually come from the state of Andhra Pradesh. We have close to 1 million IoT devices already working in the field. We are the first state to have EPOS, where the entire PDS system is today delivered through the fingerprints. I'm a very new minister in the cabinet of a chief minister. When I was in the party and a chief minister kept saying we'll do this, for me it was all imagination. I would really think, would this be possible? But we've done it. Today pension distribution is done through Aadhaar. Even agriculture inputs is done through Aadhaar. So we are one of the largest beneficiaries of the Aadhaar scheme. And the people of Andhra Pradesh have been very lucky to use this system so that the entire corruption and the middleman is today being eliminated. So it's not just technology or high-tech. It's about how do we take this technology to the common man. I'm really happy to announce that we are now using drones to map all the rural roads of Andhra Pradesh. And we're going to use image recognition software to tell us which are the bad roads, which are the good roads, which habitations have not been even connected by roads. So we're one of the very first states to adopt technology. So I see a lot of youngsters here. We're midst of change. It's a new beginnings. As few of our friends here have said, we've jumped the entire computer era. Quite a few of us here have not even seen a desktop. So we're completely jumping that generation. Saying that, I would urge everyone here and also all the entrepreneurs across the country to actually look at technology in terms of enabling the poorest of the poor. How can we use technology to give them a hand? How can we use technology to eliminate poverty in our generation? Because summer vacations I used to visit the village and we used to talk about bad roads, bad water, lack of street lighting. And thanks to our Chief Minister's leadership, next 2 years that will all be resolved. On a war footing basis we are creating infrastructure in every village. But today what is left is creating household income of 10,000 rupees. And that is where I strongly believe technology can play a role. We as a state are a startup state. We embrace new ideas, including detection of thunderbolts. We are the first state to detect thunderbolts. We are the first state to tell our people not to be in a certain area because the probability of a thunderbolt is very high. We are using latest technologies even to predict where the outbreak of malaria and dengue can be. So using a lot of technology to improve the quality of life at the cutting edge and at the masses. I urge all the people here to come help us and enable the state grow faster. There is always one person who acts as Fevicol or glue. That person is Raju Garu. I think Raju Garu should stand here. Because Raju Garu is the person who acted like the Fevicol and glue, brought the entire ecosystem together. He's the person who introduced me to all the dignitaries here on the dais way back, 2 years back. And he's the person who played also a very instrumental role in terms of creating this ecosystem. I have a few asks as a minister. Raju Garu should take more active role in attracting more and more companies. B.V. Jagdish said that 2 years later he'll return. That for a chief minister is unacceptable. You need to come back after 2 months. You need to start your data center very much in Amravati. We will have that conversation after this meeting and we'll make sure that Nutanix will create a center here now in Amravati. Amongst us is also Sridhar Vembu. Sridhar, if you don't mind standing. Sridhar here is actually the founder and CEO of Zoho. He deserves a big round of applause because he has created a homegrown cloud ERP, the product developed from rural India, not India but rural India. Sridhar has created development centers in rural India and is creating world-class cloud solutions from there. And I'm very, very excited to announce that Sridhar is starting a center, a 100-seater center in Tirupati. That is an interim center and is looking out for land to create a development center in rural Andhra Pradesh, in rural Chittoor district. And we have to give a round of applause to Sridhar for his great energy. Because it's not easy to get rural youth to come sit in a rural environment and create world-class software. For me that is unimaginable. When people told me Zoho is looking for land in Kuppam, my first question to them was, why Kuppam? Does he know where Kuppam is? Because I didn't understand the Zoho's business model. But it's truly inspirational that entrepreneurs like Sridhar are now coming forward to embrace rural youth. You know, while I conclude my speech, I must quote Nadarji, Shiv Nadar. They're doing a big development center now in Amravati. Nadarji, when I went to sign the agreements, told me only one thing. 30% of our employees in HCL are Telugus, and they're from Andhra Pradesh. So 30% of HCL workforce are Andhrites. And he said it's natural that I do a development center in Andhra Pradesh. That is the power of the youth in Andhra Pradesh. Extremely smart, extremely enterprising. We as a state government are more than eager to give them a hand to create world-class products and create multi-billion-dollar companies created by entrepreneurs. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much for such an inspirational quote and information, sir. We are proud to have you as our IT minister, because I'm sure in the coming days Andhra Pradesh is going to emerge with lots of opportunities where the youth doesn't have to travel out of the state for their jobs anymore. Thank you so much. Now moving forward, we shall begin with the MOU signing ceremony. For the exchange of MOU between the PI and the customer partner organizations, in the presence of our Honorable CM, Shri Chandrababu Garu, and our Honorable IT Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Nara Lokesh Garu. So I would request Mr. Kalyan Mupineni, the CEO and co-founder of PI Data Centers, to please come forward to proceed with the MOU signings and exchange. The signing and exchange of MOU between PI Data Centers and Power Grid. I would request Mr. Kalyan Mupineni and Mr. Bidyut Kumar, the GM Telecom, to please come forward and do the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, give a huge round of applause. Next is the signing and exchange of MOU between the PI Data Centers and Mahindra Finance. I will request Mr. Kalyan Mupineni and Mr. Suresh A. Shan, the Head Innovation and Technology, to please come forward and do the honors. Everyone? Okay, next is the signing and exchange of MOU between PI Data Centers and SAR Group. I would request Mr. Virendra Bansal Group, CIO, to please come forward to do the honors. Signing and exchange of MOU between PI Data Centers and Writers Corporation. Signing an exchange of MOU between the Pi Data Centers and Writers Corporation. We request Mr. Yatin Chodnekar, Group CIO, to please come forward to do the honors. Signing an exchange of MOU between Pi Data Centers and RVR NJC. We request Mr. Durgesh and Dr. K. Srinivas, Principal, to please come forward to do the honors. We are here now. All of these are done. Signing an exchange of MOU between Pi Data Centers and Unibic. I would request Mr. Debmalaya De Roy, Vice President Sales and Marketing, and Mr. Venkatesha Murthy, the IT Head, to please come forward to do the honors. Okay. Signing an exchange of MOU between the Pi Data Centers and SnapBiz. I would request Mr. Mohan KR, CFO, and Shrikant, Director Operations, to please come forward to do the honors. Signing an exchange of Pi Data Centers between MOU between Pi Data Centers and Console Group. I would request Mr. T. Lakshmi Narayana, the VP Operations, and Shreyas CH, to please come forward to do the honors.
On this occasion, I would like to gift my book, Life of a CXO, which talks about skill development to Honorable Chief Minister, our dear Chandrababu Naidu sir.
Signing an exchange of MOU between Pi Data Centers and Console Group. I would request Mr. Suyash CH to please come forward to do the honors. Signing an exchange of MOU between Pi Data Centers and SnapBiz. I would request Mr. Shrikant, the Director Operations, to please come forward and do the honors. Signing an exchange of MOU between Pi Data Centers and Yatra. I would request the CTO, Mr. Lalit Agarwal, the Infra Head, to please come forward to do the honors. Signing an exchange of MOU between the Pi Data Centers and NetSpider. I would request Mr. Samir Dhingra, the Director, to please come forward and do the honors. Mr. Samir Dhingra.
Pending, please read. The last one.
Signing an exchange of MOU between Pi Data Centers and Widescreen Entertainment India Limited. I would now request Mr. Ratnakumar, the MD, to please come forward and do the honors. Thank you, sir. That comes to an end of our signing on exchanging of the MOU ceremony. Thank you for being a part of it. Moving ahead, I would now like to give a very brief note about our chief guest of honor, our Honorable Chief Minister, Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu. We as humans are often connected with our emotions and values, the core values and ethics which we carry: inspiration, determination, hope, the fire and the energy, the passion to make a difference and bring a change. These run in a leader to guide and set a path for the people who look up to their leader for a direction and a strong vision of growth, prosperity, which leaves the people with a strong faith and belief in their leader. We have witnessed many leaders, but among these leaders, few leaders create history and make their mark in the golden letters, setting an exemplary leadership for the other leaders upcoming to follow and be inspired. And today, Andhra Pradesh is fortunate and blessed to have one such exemplary leader to guide us all, a visionary leader indeed, who inspires us to look into the future of the state and is set to make the state a world-class state. A leader who has given the state a hope, a purpose and a vision to follow. It is our honor to have you as our Chief Minister, and who has won many awards, including the IT Indian of the Millennium from India Today, Business Person of the Year by the Economic Times, South Asian of the Year from the Time Asia, and membership in the World Economic Forum Dreams Cabinet, has chaired the National IT Panel under the NDA government and was described as one of the hidden 7 working wonders around the world. Under his leadership, Andhra Pradesh is ranked first in ease of doing business in India. Give a huge round of applause for our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Chandrababu Naidu Garu. I would now like to request him to come forward and address the gathering here today. Thank you, sir.
CEO, Pi Data Center, Sri Kalyan Muppaneni, respected BV Jagadish, Silicon Valley investor, Honorable Ministers Nara Lokesh, Sri Pullarao, Nakka Anandababu, Srimati Nannapani Rajakumari, Advisor IT for Government of Andhra Pradesh J. Satyanarayana Garu, and also venture capitalist Sudhir Kuppam, and respected Krishna Garu, Ajay Jain, Vijayanand, Babu, Raju Indukuri, and also Collector Seshidhar, friends, media. I am very happy by recollecting all these things, how this industry is moving so fast. From the beginning, I am using information technology. I strongly believe information technology is one where it will bring transparency, accountability, and also it will help us for speedy decision making. Once it was speedy decision making, now it is real-time decision making. This is the imagination. If you see here, for the last 3 decades, I am associating with this technology. In 1985, in Gandipeta, I started computing all my party records. My party president NTR, you are all aware, he didn't have AC room. We provided one AC room for server for computers. That were the days. At that time there is huge servers, big computer room. It took for us so many days. At the time not many companies also. Wipro company is very starting at that time, that is the company. After that Satyam, Infosys or TCS, all companies have come. At that time we have done nearly 6 lakh records. Real time by manual we used to collect information. Even phones or by courier, we used to update all these things. Then on the basis of that, we used to take decision making. What is the performance of each functionary, where to accommodate, whom to accommodate, all these things we used to do by seeing the computers. Simple calculations. Again in 1995, when I became Chief Minister, at that time, first time internet has come. With one revolution with internet, world has become a global village. Earlier, what is happening in America and India, and also to get information, very difficult. Now real time information is to come. At that time, I wanted to meet Bill Gates, because he is the innovator of internet and laptop, all these things. Then with great difficulty I met him. He asked me to come and join in cocktail party. I told him, if I come and join with you cocktail party, I may not get votes, I will lose votes. I may not gain anything from you. Then he said, I don't have any work with politicians. Then I told him, I am work with you, I will give you my vision, give me 10 minutes. That is how I pleaded him. I got appointment with him. Then I gave my presentation for 45 minutes. He asked me only 10 minutes. He spent 45 minutes. He told me, 100% I am convinced with your vision. It is going to happen. What can I do for you? Then I told him, I don't want any favor from you. Why can't you come and start your development center in Hyderabad? India is a great nation. We are having abundant human resources. Even America, you don't have resources. I am having human resources. Why can't you come and start your development center? Then he said, there is a very good occasion. We will meet together. If at all I start development center outside Seattle, I will come to Hyderabad. Then I became his best friend. First development center from Microsoft, they started in Hyderabad. I am very happy today. At that time, Nadella Satya joined in Microsoft. Then he became CEO of Microsoft. That is the strength Telugu people are having. I am proud of them. Then at that time I used to fight with all successive prime ministers. India is having a 1 minute. I wanted to respect the sentiment, that is important. So after that, if you see, when I became Chief Minister, then National Front has come, first United Front. At that time, there were two Prime Ministers. I supported them. If you can go back, at that time, there were only two companies in India on telecommunication. One is BSNL, one is VSNL. BSNL domestic calls, BSNL domestic call, VSNL international calls. These are all the two companies. For a lightning call, they used to take 1 week time. If you know somebody in the exchange room, you will connect automatically. That were the days. At that time, China used to go cell phones. India at that time, cell phones also a big problem. Then I fought with 3 successive Prime Ministers. Devegowda, Gujral. I failed. Finally, Vajpayee ji asked me, we have collected huge money for BSNL and VSNL on public issue. How can we handle? Every country is paying premium. We can pay premium. Even then, we will earn more. Then you know at that time, there was a task force headed by Finance Minister. I was the co-chairperson. We gave report. Because of that report, you are all having cell phones, this much of development. That is the beginning of revolution in India. After that, if you see here today, I promote in a big way. We had only 30 engineering colleges. I added 300 engineering colleges within 9 years' time. First building, high-tech city building. I am very happy. Today I remember Pi Data Center has built within 15 months. L&T built high-tech city within 15 months. That was in Hyderabad. This is in Amaravati. I don't have any doubt. Amaravati will be the best city in the world in the near future. It is going to happen. This is only the beginning. Then I toured all over the world. Then I mobilized all companies to Hyderabad. Why I am saying all these things? Within 20 years' time, nobody can visualize what was happened. As rightly Jagadish has mentioned, nobody believed there will be cloud. Even some people are thinking even today cloud means data will be on sky. That is how at the time in the initial stage I used to say PC, people used to correlate with police constable. That were the days. These are all changes are coming today. We are very happy. If you see first industrial revolution, it took hundreds of years. Small mechanization at that time. Then electricity has been generated. That is the beginning of the second industrial revolution. Fast industry has come. Third industrial revolution, with information technology, world has become a global village. Now it is fourth industrial revolution. One is information technology with Internet of Things and also artificial intelligence. You can correlate anything, how it is happening. We are all fortunate, most of us have seen second, third, fourth industrial revolution now. When I was small child, I didn't have power in the village. After some time, power has come. And recently I was witnessing and promoting second industrial, third industrial revolution, fourth industrial revolution. I am very happy today, if you can see, wonderful time for all of us. Very, very exciting time. All things will happen automatically. Only one should know how to use it. I told very clearly, one cell phone is enough. If you are having a cell phone, all our transactions, it may be banking transaction, it may be government permissions, it may be knowledge for that matter, and everything you can avail it. That is the strength of technology today. Now, this Pi data center I am watching. Now I am requesting all companies, around 10 companies have come forward to use this data immediately today itself. They are having MOUs. I wish all the best for you. This is the best center in Asia itself. I am confident with these 500 racks are going to fill. Even government of Andhra Pradesh is the biggest consumer now. To start with, we have taken 100 racks. In future, we are going to use many racks together whenever there is a need. I wanted to go, I am telling you as government, you are all CEOs. If we are having proper cloud, future is, I don't have any doubt about it, data is wealth. With the data, not only Jagadish has rightly mentioned 3-4 issues. One is decision making. Second is public availability of information. Third one is artificial intelligence. You can imagine all my street lights. It is now sensor based. Earlier I used to shout like anything by saying night times all street lights are not lighting. Daytime at midday 12 o'clock lights are on. I used to scold it like anything. What happened to you like that? Today with one decision, LED bulbs. I didn't spend any money. After Hudhud, I had an idea. I discussed with everybody. My Vijayanand and also my Ajay Jain is here. Then we got an idea. Why can't we go for LED bulbs? That is one idea we have gone. 40% saving of power, That means initial saving for me. Remaining 60% I am sharing with the developer. They have done all municipalities, and also now we are going even villages with LED bulbs and also sensors. If you see in Vijayawada, recently I searched when I went to Visakhapatnam and I came back. Both Visakhapatnam and Vijayawada I was watching. Not even one bulb is off. That is the strength of technology. That is how we are using technology in our state. Not only one issue I am telling you. Rainwater, rainfall, it is on sensor based. Groundwater, it is sensor based. All my attendance, it may be colleges, schools, or even a PDS, or pensions, or scholarships, everything, biometric authentication. Now I am using, one is biometrics, one is sensors, another is all e-office files, e-office, even cabinet, e-cabinet, and also all developmental activities under e-Pragati. Now we want to go next step, artificial intelligence. That is the future, that is what is happening today. Real time we can have information, we can collect through drone or surveillance camera, any IoT for that matter, and at the same time real time computing, it will be machine learning, everything. Then ultimately decision making also we can take and then communicate real time. This is the strength you can imagine. So many disruptive technologies are coming in this world. With one cloud, all our servers have become irrelevant. Why should I maintain server? Because there is a Pi data center. 2 minutes I can host my data totally in the Pi data center. If I want to buy server, I have to buy server. Then I have to get quotation. There is corruption and so many problems I have to face. I have to maintain. There is a mechanic. I don't know how to operate. All these problems are faced. Sometimes there may be guarantee. He may come, he may not come. So this is the biggest advantage we are having. Now security, sometimes servers, hacking is a big problem. Now here, there is a latest technologies are coming, either blockchain technology, even in future there may be some more technologies, all these things we are integrating here. And also, if you can see, any tools we need, they are prepared to help us also. How to go for machine learning, how to go about some more thing, all these things they can help us and then we can go further. So what I am telling all of you, it is a real time now. It is going to bring so many revolutions in the near future with the technologies. You are seeing, nobody believed as an yesterday, electrical vehicles, driverless cars. We used to read in the ancient Puranas, there were Pushpaka Vimanal. Same thing is coming now. Tomorrow it is going to just like drone and also driverless car with hybrid, it is going to happen so that not only on roads you can fly also from place to place. It is going to happen. It is only how to manage all these things, that is only the issue, regulation and how to control. And imagine, you can see only one thing. When I talk all these things, people didn't believe me. Even 2004 I lost elections because people thought I am talking only high-tech. Today I am telling you, I am using same technology for the benefit of the common man. At that time for employment generation. Now every citizen in Andhra Pradesh is benefiting because of my technology penetration. There is earlier there were ghost pensions also. Ghost used to come from burial ground, take pension and then go again to go burial ground. That were the ghost pensions. Today, only those who are all alive, they can avail the facility of my pension. That is the beauty of technology. I can see at what time they have taken pension. Sometimes people are pretending they used to take money, 1,50,000 rupees on farmers' debt redemption. Because of political reasons, they used to buff me. No, I didn't get. Now I can tell which time, which date, which minute, which place you have taken money. That is the beauty of technology. Nobody can lie also. Tomorrow, if you see, people wanted to create problems for the government. Now I introduced body-worn camera. My police officer will have a body-worn camera. What all he talk, it will be recorded, it will go to cloud. Then any case against him, I can book him immediately. Now law and order is controlling. Tomorrow surveillance cameras. I can put it everywhere. Automatically with that surveillance camera, rowdy sheeters I can monitor where he is moving. Without committing crime, I can catch him. So you can imagine the way things are happening. But at the same time, I am cautioning you also, use technology for overall benefit. Don't become servants to technology or addict to technology. That is another biggest problem we are facing. One thing I can tell you, 20 years back I promoted family welfare, small family. At that time we thought more and more population, then we may have more and more problems. Resources are not increasing, population is increasing, how we are going to share? Then I took up in a big way campaign mode. Within 10 years time, I was able to control population. Today, if you see, population is reducing now. Whenever people are earning more money, they are becoming more and more selfish. Now people are not going for children. Wife and husband are thinking double income, no kids, enjoy our life. Even our parents will think like that. They should have thought like that. What is going to happen now for all of us? So what I am saying, you have seen Japan, Korea, even China, even Europe, everywhere there is a decline of population. Now I am promoting population. Don't restrict children, even 1 or 2, doesn't matter, have children first. If you see the difference within 20 years time, so many changes are coming. All disruptive technologies are coming. Disruptive thinking is coming. I am very happy, as Jagdish has rightly mentioned, Kalyan has taken a very, very risky game. In the initial stage, if he failed, all his 50 crores or 100 crores what he spent, totally will go. No banker is coming. Bankers are always in safe game. When they prove it is right, then only they will invest. I really appreciate Sudhir as a venture capitalist. That is the shrewdness. He has given venture capital. They made it a reality today. Future, I don't have any doubt about it. He took risk. That is the beauty of entrepreneur. That's why if you see one more thing here, in Andhra, there is a tremendous risk-taking ability. If you see second generation entrepreneurs, more from Andhra Pradesh. During my first tenure, I promoted entrepreneur also. I used to take, earlier our state is totally agriculture state, agrarian state. Then I thought future is for entrepreneurs. I used to take people along with me all over the world, networking, exposure, and also I used to guide them. Because of that decision, slowly everybody has turned into entrepreneur. Today I can say very proudly, our state is very strong in new entrepreneurs. That is the strength of Andhra Pradesh. I really appreciate them for doing extraordinary work. In spite of some problems in between, 10 years I was not in favor. They have done some mistakes also, that the then ruling government. But these skills of entrepreneurs, the spirit of entrepreneurs, are still continuing. I am very happy. This is the beginning. Andhra Pradesh will become a knowledge hub. Any knowledge in the world, it will come to here. From there we want to go next level of innovations. So for all these things, this is our Satyanarayana, you must have one idea about him. He was my secretary earlier. Then I interested him how to go for computerization. At that time, first time in registration department, we started computerization. Then E-Seva Center I started at that time. That has become now Me-Seva Center. First time we have done. That is the spirit now, that is the platform. All India level, Me-Seva portal is going on. That is online transactions. Now again, he has raised from IT department. He has gone for Center for Good Governance and also Government of India IT Secretary. Again, when I became Chief Minister, immediately within 1 month's time I called him. You are having a work now, you do this job. Then onwards we are doing this job. I don't have any doubt. Andhra Pradesh will be the center of excellence in all activities. That is the manpower we are having. Even so many people are seeing from Chhattisgarh, from Delhi, from Mumbai, from Chennai, everybody is here. Now they are all here, they will spend 2 days. Or if I can create good infrastructure for them, good hotels, everything, they will spend 3-4 days. They are going to spend more money in Amaravati. That is how economic activity will create. And also, because of one Pi data center, so many companies will come, so many CEOs will come, so much of economic activity will take place, so that direct and indirect employment will come. That is how countries have built. Even India is going to build in that angle. So what all I am saying, Kalyan, it is a very good venture what you have done. I wish all the best for you. Good luck. You will become in India next to Microsoft or next to Amazon.com or Google. That is my wish for you. You will become in data center, that is in cloud management. I wish all the best, and also we will extend all the cooperation for you in the near future. With this, I am thanking all of you. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, sir. You always inspire us whenever you come and talk. Give us a hope and a direction with a vision. Thank you so much for those wonderful words. I would now like to request
Power Grid, who exchanged MOU here earlier, they would like to make a quick announcement on a POP that they are going to set up at Pi data centers, which is going to support Amaravati and the surrounding regions. So I would like to request the delegates from Power Grid to make a quick announcement, please.
Thank you, Kalyan, for giving me this opportunity. I take this opportunity to announce that Power Grid is setting up its POP in Pi data center. That is an announcement I thought I will share with you. Thank you.
One more thing I would like to say, which I missed in my earlier speech, is Pi's headquarters is located in Amaravati. We are going to grow big and large, and equally we are expanding globally into different cities in India as well as outside India. But this will be our global headquarters. So I just want to make an official announcement about that.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations to all the Pi executives for this announcement. I would now like to request Mr. Kalyan Mupineni to please come and give a thank you note to our Honorable Chief Minister. Thank you.
I'd like to start by saying a big thank you to our Honorable Chief Minister for spending his valuable time here. Spending 3 hours is not a normal thing for a Chief Minister, and he sat with us, discussed a lot of details, and we just heard him extending all the cooperation to make sure PI will be really successful and flourish in the near future. So thank you very much, sir, for everything today. Similarly, I would like to thank the Honorable IT Minister for his support, continuous support, and also to the support that he has extended today, and all the nice words that he has said, and the future support that he mentioned about us. So thank you very much, sir. And also, K. Satyanarayan Garu, as always, like I said earlier, being our mentor and a well-wisher, so I would like to thank him, and all the other delegates, the ministers, the respective ministers, the collector of the district, who has been very helpful over the last couple of days in making sure the event goes very smooth, respected IT secretary and the other secretaries and the CEOs, Babu Garu, Fiber Grid MD, APISC Chairman Krishnaya Garu, and everybody, all the other delegates. Pardon if I missed anyone. So thank you very much. And last but not the least, again, I would like to thank, like I said, each one of you who came, took 2 days to come here. It was very funny. I mean, one incident. I mean, yesterday there were many people making calls, and all the hotels in the city are booked. And it was very difficult to find the hotel rooms. So, like our Honorable Chief Minister said, this is very encouraging for us, and I think Amravati is going to go places, and so will be PI. Thank you so much.
Discussion. So please be seated, do not leave. This is just a bidding farewell to our
Okay.